about the market.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
What are you, nuts? 85% of the people do not know how to get out of the market. They lose money because they don't know when to get out. I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. I solved that with my Pro 2 color-coded chart. It tells you when to get out. It tells you when to get in, tells you what to add, not to add. Specifically, when do I get out? It tells you that. Check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get your 10-day free trial of my Pro 2 color-coded chart and a membership.
Phil Grandy has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
When we look at a big picture, the economy continues to look strong.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of nuts.
And that is a lot of nuts. You know, I get so tired of hearing how strong the economy looks, strong the economy looks. Ask people, do they think the economy's strong? No, they don't. The average guy, the average gal, the average family, they're struggling. They're struggling. If it wasn't for their credit cards, that's the only thing that's keeping them out of bankruptcy. But it'll eventually put them in bankruptcy, too. What is wrong with these people? It's just, they're double talkers. Listen to this. This is Bob Pisani. This is unbelievable. Here's what he said on October 19th. This is what he said October 19th.
Earnings growth from these 7 mega caps alone is expected to be nearly 33%, while earnings are expected to fall nearly 5% for the other 493 S&P components. You get the idea? Those 7 are where all the growth is in earnings.
Here's what he says today. That was on October 19th. Here's what he's saying today on the 31st.
We are officially at the halfway mark on earnings, and so far, earnings are holding up. Nearly 80% of S&P 500 companies are beating estimates on the bottom line, and by more than usual.
Lie detector test determined that was a lie.
I mean, they craft anything. The fake business network is unbelievable. They'll push, they'll pull, they'll craft anything to make you feel good. That's their job, make you feel good. So you go out and consume. Otherwise, they don't get advertised. Their job, the fake business network, their goal is to enrich their advertiser, not you, by creating these illusions that there's prosperity out there. You should be optimistic and believe what they say. They give you hope. But that's not the truth. Just like the GDP number. They always come out with a GDP number. I've been in this business now for, 52 years? That is the worst number, the GDP number. First of all, there's too many moving parts in the GDP. There's so many things they can tweak, it's unbelievable. But the interesting thing with GDP, the only thing you got to look at GDP is what is the debt ratio to GDP. That's the important one. That's what you want to know. That's the only thing that makes any sense. How much debt do we have? Now, when you have debt to GDP over 100% like we do, what happens? Well, each percent point of debt to GDP increases rates by 5%. This influences the credit card rates, student loans, mortgage loans, all the different loans. So our debt to GDP is over 100%. That is very bad. That is terrible. In fact, we got downgraded. Fitch downgraded us. Our credit agency for the United States government downgraded us because it shows that we don't have the ability to pay our debt back. That means that when we borrow money from other countries, when we go to the sell treasuries, they want more interest. But they'll take this GDP and they'll fluff it and put lipstick on it. It's just a joke. Just a joke. Look, you want to know how the market's doing, how the economy is really doing? It's really simple. Just go look at a symbol called IWM. IWM. Those are the small and mid-cap stocks. That's the most reliable. If IWM is not doing well, the whole country's not doing well. That's like the heart. That's like the heart right there. IWM. That's the BlackRock iShare Russell 2000 ETF. And right now, about 60% of the companies, they're not making money. They're not making money. So now, I told everybody about a month ago that we're going to have one last rally before this market crashes. In fact, I gave you last week a target. I said, if you look at the S&P, it's going to be very, very crucial that when the S&P breaks through the 200-day moving average, it's got to hold 418. That's another support underneath the 200-day moving average. And an SPY, rather, an SPY. I have it up in my chart right now. And I told everybody this. Remember, the S&P right now is under both supports, under the 50-day moving average, under the 200-day moving average, and this country is in deep trouble. The debt is killing us. I told you yesterday. The national debt at $33 trillion versus $9 trillion in 2008. Our debt is up 266% since 2008. So we're paying, I think it's now 5.2% instead of 4.2%. We're paying 5.2% on 5.5% on 33 trillion. What are you, nuts? On 33 trillion. Not 9 trillion, like 2008. The interest alone is killing us. Never mind that GDP, bunch of garbage. 2023, we're paying $750 billion. Next year, we're going to be paying $1 trillion in interest. In 2008, we were paying interest of $400 billion. So our interest cost is up 114%. That's the stuff you got to look at right there. And here's the big one, the deficits. The deficits kill you. Two things kill you. That is those deficits, and with deficit is inflation. Deficits and inflation. Because remember, when you have deficits, you got to pay. You got to pay those deficits. You can't just let them sit there. And what do? They print money. And what does printing mean? More inflation. And it's really, they're telling us how great the economy is doing. And we got downgraded in July. Nobody talks about it. Fitch downgraded us in July. Now understand this. The reason you get a yield inversion, which means all of a sudden the 3-month Treasury is higher than the 10-year Treasury, that's a warning. Because what happens is, if you really want to know how well a country's doing, look at that. That's a great indicator because it's telling you that people feel they're broke. So they do not want to loan, and they feel the government's broke. They do not have the confidence in the economy. They don't have the confidence in Congress. They don't have confidence in the banks, which they shouldn't have any confidence in the banks. They're insolvent. And so when they don't have that confidence, what do? They only want to loan money, okay, to the government in a short period of time, 3 months. They're not going to loan it at 10 months. And then the minute the interest rates on the 3-month Treasury gets higher because it's in great demand, and the 10-year Treasury goes lower, what does that tell you? That's an inverted yield curve. That's a red flag. That's a siren. It's telling you, hey, we're in deep trouble. We're in deep trouble. We're in a recession. So forget this GDP. What a bunch of nonsense this GDP is. It's just garbage. You want a good indicator? Keep looking at your IWM symbol.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. There's nothing better than learning from the experts, especially when it comes to investing your hard-earned money.
Hi, this is Phil Grandi, host of Phil's Gang Radio Show. At Phil's Gang and philsgang.com, I have one goal in mind: to help you become a skilled investor in the stock market and find your financial freedom. With the Working Investor Program, you will learn what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. You'll develop skills like selling short and how to profit, even in a stock market crash. This is the real world investing information that will give you the edge to be successful in the stock market. No gimmicks, just real strategies, and I'll make the offer even better with a 10-day free trial of the Working Investor Program.
Once you're in the gang, you're in the know. And with the free 10-day trial of the Working Investor Program, there's no reason not to give it a try.
Become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, they're talking about the economy. The market, again, is trying to rally. I told you they would do this. They're having a difficult time getting up past that 418. The 200-day moving average is key. The 200-day moving average is right around that 424. We're at 418. They got to get above that 200, and they got to hold it. So this rally's sustainable. But the volume's terrible. If you go and you look at the last 6 days or 5 days, we have far more sellers than we got buyers. Now, here's the problem. We are borrowing $2 trillion every month. $2 trillion every month. So in other words, we have an auction every month. We're trying to sell treasuries because we need to pay the bills because we're broke. Yeah, the United States is broke. We have no money. So we have, again, huge deficits. And they're trying to raise money, $2 trillion every month, to keep the lights on at the White House. This is insane. Now listen to this. This is insane. And you want to know why the market's having trouble?
you know for the last 10 years, the average interest rate on bills was 0.82%? We're going to issue bills this week at 5.60. So think about what's happening. The debt service, the cost to Treasury grows. What happens is you have to issue more debt. And so this is a big deal for going. I mean, $2 trillion a month of gross issuance, $500 billion a week. The numbers are staggering.
And the debt, remember what I told you yesterday, how much our debt has gone up from 2008. In 2008, we were paying about, in debt 2008, $400 billion. $400 billion. We're paying $750 billion. That's 114% more. If this was your household, you'd have to file bankruptcy. What's wrong with these people in Congress? But they just keep spending and spending and spending because they don't care. They want to spend. That's all they do. And deficits are the killer. Deficits kill you. And remember, the deficit we have now is $2 trillion. In 2008, we had $430 billion. That means our deficits today are 340% higher. And you wonder why we can't grow? You can't grow with that kind of debt, that kind of hangover. Why do you think the banks are in such trouble? The top 5 banks, $245 billion in unrealized losses. Meaning, if they realized those losses, if they weren't playing games and do what they should do, realize those losses, they're insolvent. Citibank's insolvent. Bank of America's though, is really insolvent. They got unrealized loss of $132 billion. Wells Fargo, $40 billion. USB, $11 billion. JP Morgan, $40 billion. They're broke. They're insolvent. The only thing that keeps them alive is the Fed. They keep printing money. As Treasury, keep printing money, keep them alive. So when you go up to the window, you can get your money. That wasn't what happened with the smaller banks. That they didn't have any money to pay them, so they went broke. So think about this. We have the biggest threat to our nation, okay, is not war, not pandemic, but President Biden. He's our biggest threat. The day he became president, he was well aware the damage that President Trump did to Iran's wealth by placing sanctions on Iran's exporting of oil. Now understand what Trump did. He knew it was important to make sure that Iran didn't export oil. The day that Trump became president, Iran was receiving oil revenues of $52 billion a year, exporting oil mostly to China. Iran's coffers had about $62 billion in cash from oil sales. And what did they do with that money? Sponsor terrorism around the world, specifically against Israel. Trump's sanctions on Iran, those oil exports, broke their back. The revenues dropped from $52 billion to $7 billion. And Trump didn't even want them to have that $7 billion. So what he did, he made sure that they couldn't go and get money. When they got the receipts for the $7 billion, they couldn't go. Trump was able to cut Iran off. They couldn't collect the money. They had no access to exchanges, money exchanges. So they sold $7 billion oil, but they couldn't get the money. This is what Trump did to them, brought them to their knees. The country was ready to roll over. Biden becomes president. The day he became president, he was aware of this damage that Trump did to Iran, to the oil exports, bringing Iran to its knees. The day that Biden took over, Iran only had $4 billion. $4 billion. Went from $62 billion, the amount of money in their coffers, to $4 billion. They were broke. And exports of oil were down to a trickle, from 3 million barrels of oil a day to 400,000 barrels a day. A trickle, nothing. So Biden allows Iran, when he became president, to start exporting oil again. Their coffers grew from $4 billion under Trump back to $70 billion under Biden. What are you, nuts? Are you kidding? See, Biden was so anxious, so passive. He was so anxious to bend over to strike a new nuclear deal that would only benefit Iran. And that's what this is all about. This is all about. The only reason Iran could sign off on Hamas slaughter of Israeli women and children and babies and elderly, because Biden was a partner in the funding by not enforcing the oil sanctions that Trump put on. Now, there's another big problem that Trump thought was going to really be a problem for us, that he was going to stop. We'll talk about that. It has to do with Biden and BRIC.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, it's like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you, and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. To be a successful investor, you need to stay current with the daily changes in the economy and the stock market. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com can be your guide to becoming a better investor. Try the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com for the working investor. From the opening bell to the closing, stay informed with what's happening in real time. The Working Investor program includes full access to the Phil's Gang website, a morning update on what to look for that day on Wall Street, a market wrap on that day's trading, plus seminars, training, and tools to help you become a better investor. Go to philsgang.com for a free 10-day trial. After that, it's just $59.95 a month for membership, daily updates, training, software, and the best investing advice every day. You can invest with the best. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang. Remember, it's free for 10 days. And during that 10 days, you're going to have access to our Pro 1, Pro 2, Pro 3 charts. You're going to learn how to sell short, as well as learn how to buy a stock. That's the only thing that's going to help you is to sell short. Where are you going to hide? What are you going to do? Buy Procter & Gamble? Coca-Cola? The old story, buy stuff people need. Good luck with that. You go broke with everybody else. When the market goes down, there's no place to hide. And markets go down faster than they go up. Shorting's fun. They say, oh, it's dangerous. No, it's dangerous not to short. Are you telling me it's safer to sit there and do nothing and just keep watching the value of your stock go down? That's what you're supposed to do. That's what they tell you. Then they say, well, we readjust your portfolio for you. Readjust what? Now, the market, as I told you for weeks, we're going to have one last rally. And this is what they're trying to do right now, create that one last rally so they can get their clients out. So JP Morgan and Bank of America can get their pension fund clients out. Police, nurse, steelworkers. So that's what we're looking for, is that one last rally. And then once they get everybody out, they don't keep their bids in, pull their bids, and you're on your way down. Now, I told my members today, even before today, I said, look, what's going to rally? They're going to try to rally this market. They call it a short covering rally. Everybody who's been shorting the banks, we've been shorting the banks left and right, like JP Morgan. They're going to come take their profits. That's going to create a short covering rally. It doesn't last, but it's a short covering rally. And on that rally is when they get their customers out. They get their pension funds out, like say the steelworkers. So these are short covering rallies. And unless you're really experienced, okay, you don't want to be doing position trades, long-term trades. You only want to be doing what we call swing trades, and only our most experienced members do that. We call them our 25%ers. Who are they? They're people that when they look in their account, 25% of the money in that account is from profits. That means they learned how to trade correctly. They have the knowledge to short. So they can do fine. And if you don't have the knowledge to short, you shouldn't be in the market. So check it out. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Click where it says get started. Now, at the end of the 10 days, if you decide not to stay and you got that knowledge and you go make some money, that's fine. All we ask is you please help St. Jude. That's all. Once in a while, send them a check. That's a fair deal for everybody. Now, I want to get back to, and we'll go look at some stocks after this, but I want to get back to the most important end of this. Now, we know that Trump destroyed Iran by destroying their oil exports. And there was almost a revolution Iran almost was overturned. But then Biden comes in and saves Iran and lets them start exporting oil. But what was the other thing that Trump was really worried about? That he didn't want Iran to have wealth. Well, the BRIC nations. Now, the BRIC nations, okay, they're starting to expand again. And what Trump was fearful of, he didn't want Iran butting up with China, okay, and Russia. Because what the BRIC nations are trying to do, and the only way Trump thought he could keep it from happening, they're buying massive gold, and I'm going to talk about gold in a moment, stocks. They're buying massive gold because what they're going to do, China and Russia, and that's why they wanted Iran, they're going to go and they're going to start their own currency backed by gold. So they can destroy our currency, which means they destroy us as a nation. We don't have the leadership anymore. The key was to make sure that Iran stayed broke so they couldn't be a player with China and Russia. And that was good thinking, and they worked. It was Biden who gave Iran the wealth to now be part of BRIC. And now you got China and you got Russia and Iran. And those three power bases, are the amount of gold they are buying, it's incredible because they're going to create their own currency. So let's take a look at gold for a moment. Remember, when gold has broken out through its resistance of 2000, and if you look at gold, the one thing we need help with gold is we got to get the dollar to drop. The dollar needs to drop. In the last couple of days, it's been going up a bit instead of dropping. But it will drop. There's no question about it. The dollar is going to drop. Europeans are going to turn around and they're going to dump the dollar like crazy. They're going to go back to euros. And what all you got to do is just keep watching GLD and then watch either AU or GDX. Do what we do. We put a scout on it. You just buy one share, so it's like a bookmark so you don't forget about it. And just keep watching it for that opportunity. That's how we did so well with oil and how we did so well with our tech stocks that we bought when nobody else was buying them. We caught them right off the bottom. And that's what you got to do with gold. And so the gold, there's no question the dollar is going to collapse. And the other thing you can make money on is the bond market. Look at TLT. TLT, when you put TLT up, what TLT is again, that identifies the bond market, the pain that's in the bond market, I should say. So you can see people who are in the bond market, they're losing money left and right on their bonds. See it, how the bonds are dropping? Okay, and if you look at my chart, so you can see the chart, the bonds, people that own a bond will tell you they're getting crushed. So all those people who have been shorting these bonds for so long now, okay, they've been shorting the bonds since December of 2021. They're going to have to buy back their short positions, and there's going to be one hell of a rally. You just got to know when to buy. And what we need is to get the dollar to drop. And the amount of people who shorted it that will have to buy their stock back to get their profits, it's going to be tremendous. That there's a big profit center right there in the future. And I told my gang, just buy a Scout, watch it so you don't forget about it. That's the good thing about it. A Scout's just one share. So it's like a bookmark. So you're not trying to make money on it. You're trying to put a bookmark so you don't forget about it. How many times you looked at a stock and you went back, oh my God, I forgot about it. Look at that, it's up 40%. So there's a lot of opportunity there. And gold, as I say, gold's going to do very, very, very well. You just got to wait for this dollar to drop. Be patient. Always let the trades come to you. Don't force the trades. Let the trades come to you. Now, as far as the rally they're trying to pull off right now, the rallies are going to be in the banks and the tech. And we already have our members doing swing trades on JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. That's doing very well. And we have what's the other? J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs. One more. We had one more. J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs. I thought we had two more. Morgan Stanley and Wells Fargo. There we go. Those are the ones that we're trading right now. And this is not an investment. This isn't a long-term, investment. These are just called swing trades, and only our more advanced students do those. By the way, the best thing to make money, okay, is to buy the spiders, is to get involved in the spiders, where you can short them and go long and go short. And if that's all you do, and you do nothing else, and you work with us on just the spiders, and I'll explain that when I get back, you'll do much better than you ever do in a 401k.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Bill, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this, but it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
What are you, nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
And at night when the cold wind blows, no one cares, nobody knows.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. So join our gang. And like I said, the spiders, if you're a person, I just don't have time to learn, then spiders is perfect for you. So what we do is we'll put you in our spider program, SPY is the symbol, and during the day, we send you out alerts to do, if you do exactly what we tell you to do, when to add, when not to add, when to short, when to go long. We're like your personal coach. You make money when stocks go down, and you just can't get people to do it. And we have what they call an inverse, which is SDS symbol, which it's just the inverse, it's just the opposite. So you can buy it as if you're buying a stock. When the SDS goes up, it's the same thing as the market going down. So if it's hard for you to sell short mentally, then you just go with SDS. But if that's all you do, nothing else, go long, go short, when we tell you, and you don't deviate from the program, you do exactly what we tell you, you don't have to have any time. You get your alerts, you got an online broker, just do what we tell you to do in the alerts. That's all. And you'll make money. Look, I don't care what they do. We are dying with debt. They can try to fudge a soft landing or whatever they're going to try to do, that's fine. But at the end of the day, this market has one place to go, is down, because stocks need to correct, because they're overvalued. When you keep a market going up for 13 years and you don't allow it to correct, you got to allow markets to correct. And when you don't, and they didn't, then these stocks are so overvalued, it's insane. 13 years, they didn't allow this market to correct. We had a couple little corrections, but they didn't last long, because the minute they, like in 2020, take that one. Remember, every time we pulled back, like 2000, we had three pullbacks, 2018 and 2020. And why? What happened? Well, because interest rates started to go up, because they have to fight inflation. They're printing money for all these years, for 13 years. Of course, we got terrible inflation. So they keep printing and printing and printing and printing, right? And then they got terrible deficits. And how do you pay your deficits? You got to pay the deficits, so they got to print money to pay the deficits down. So all of a sudden, when we hit 2018, from 2009, they started to raise rates. And the minute the 10-year Treasury went above 1.5, bam, the market went down. Went down about, I think it was like 18% in 2018. And what they do to get it back up, brought it right back, brought yields right back to like 1 point, or not even 1 point. Let's see, we had 10-year, 1.3%, sorry, 1.3%. And they rallied the market up about 140% from there up to January 2022. That's the high, all-time high. How'd they do that? Again, print money, go buy treasuries. And every time, or we borrow money. We're in debt, $22 trillion. But it's over now, because you can't get back to zero rates. The only way to get back to zero rates is if they do more printing and buy more bonds. But they can't do that, because we have their target of inflation is 2%. We're what, 3.5 now? So they can't do that. So the only way this market's going to go is down. All that they're doing right now is trying to rally these stocks, as I say, to get their people out. And that's it. It's that simple. But, when you got a nation sitting there, when we have, under Biden, our national debt's $33 trillion. We have the largest corporation. This is Bidenomics. We have the largest corporate debt ever, $13 trillion. The largest household debt, $17 trillion. And then you break that down with credit cards, auto loans. It's unbelievable. And then we have the real problem nobody wants to talk about, the largest commercial debt ever. Ever. These banks are going to get slaughtered. And then, on top of that, we have a 40-year high inflation. Thank you, Mr. Biden. Remember where that started? That was his spending programs, those stupid spending programs. And then, of course, when he destroyed our energy independence, right? So he gave us all of this inflation. He gave us all this debt. We dropped 72% in productivity. We don't produce anything anymore. And our savings is at a historic 2.2%. It was 8%. This is Bidenomics. This is Bidenomics. Manufacturing, our productivity is dead. Dead. We don't have new orders. We just got the Philly Fed manufacturing order in. Nothing. New York, 0. Dallas, 0. Container ships. Told you about those last week. Those are the real proof of what's going on, the container ships. They move 95% of our goods. 95%. Contracts are down 70%. They're discounting now their crates. Used to be $7,000 for one of those metal crates. And now you can get it for $1,800. Containers, rather, thank you. Containers. This is crazy. And then don't forget, our key economic indicators have been down for almost 18 months. 18 months. So how could anyone sit here and say we're going to have a soft landing and the market's going to rally? Are you kidding me? Wages can't keep up with inflation. Real wages have declined 7.2%. 7.2%. 24 of the past 32 months. Thank you, Mr. Biden. Overtime. That's very important. You want overtime increasing, not tanking, because if overtime's increasing, that means we're going to see more people come to work. No, it's tanking. Tanking. So this is what we got from Bidenomics. And the only way you're going to make money if you learn how to sell short. You learn how to sell short. And it's not hard, especially with our color-coded chart. Now, oil. We purchased oil, to give you an example, USO. We purchased oil on around July 5th, I think it was, somewhere in that area. We bought oil at around $64. It rallied up to about 81, 82. That's about a 26% gain. And since then, it couldn't go any higher. Why? Well, because how'd they get those prices to go up? Well, first of all, remember, the Saudi prince and Putin are cutting productivity to try to push prices up. It's not working because what's going against them is the economies are so bad globally, nobody needs oil. Nobody's flying. You don't need, the airline industry, that's another one. You want to make some good money, join us and invest in the airlines with us. Invest in the airline stocks. They've been crushed. That's what you want. You want to buy stuff that's been crushed. Stuff that's so bad nobody wants it. And if you just look at that, we shorted all the airlines. That's the beautiful thing about knowing how to short. Delta, look at that. We started to short Delta, I think it was around August 11th. It was around $45. Today it's $31. That was a 30% drop. Now, but here's the funny thing. When they started to rally, when Delta started to rally in May of 2023, it was around $35. Our chart turned green, told us money was coming in. The institutions were buying. We saw it turn green, we bought. The color-coded chart's never wrong, and you're going to use it for 10 days, and then you can find out if it's the truth or not. And so we went from about $35 up to about $49, and then we turned around and caught it on the way back down. When you're in a stock and you're going to say, I got to get out, it's going to go down, well, why don't you just reverse your position? Look, check us out. Go to philsgang.com, click where it says Get Started, and for 10 days, it's free. And if you don't have time to do any of that, then just sign up for our Spider program. That's all. SPY.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's